Okay. 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 Check, check, check. Well, looks like we got a microphone running. Let's see if I can pull off a camera here. Am I smart enough to give a camera? Somebody's sending notes. No worries. Elizabeth. Elizabeth is sending notes. Thank you, Elizabeth. You're a doll. Transition. We're getting there. I can't hear myself, which is really, really sad. And one of my lights out. Excellent. Just 9 to 5, man. Just sucking it out. Go back on. You gonna go on for daddy? Thank you. No dinner. No nothing. Studio's clean. Can't hear myself. I don't know why these are in. I got Lance over here playing. I can't hear it. If I turn this up. Nope. Nope. This is what I get for trying something new. And what it did, look at this. I got 3 bars now. Okay, I have no chat right now, which is awesome. I don't see. Well, I see music now. I see music. I think. I don't know. This is so debilitating. So that is an Elgato close. You know, I know that this was supposed to happen. Okay, everything's configured correctly. Obviously, it's not since I can't hear myself. It looks like the microphone is working, so joy to that. I think you probably hear music too. I can't hear that. I see it's playing. It's my favorite song. But I'm not sure that it's playing because Elgato, no. I hope everybody's having an awesome Saturday or Friday. Let me see if I can open up this chat here so I can see if anybody's on. If I'm talking to myself, because this is like the hour right now where I'm just like, screw it, I'm just going to flush it and enjoy my Friday. Let me tell you what's really good. What's really good is the camera's in the right place. That light is on. The studio is clean for once. I'm breathing. I have not had soda this week, and that's probably a problem. I think I had a soda. Okay, Lance, I'm gonna stop you. I think I had a soda. This is not a soda. This is, I know somebody's going to say, well, it's diet. Look, I've been drinking water for a week. I ordered my dinner. Well, it's lunch for me. And of course, does it arrive? No. And there's a good possibility I'm talking to myself right now. I don't know. Does it arrive on time? No. I ordered something from another place called Smash Burger. Does it show up? No. So they canceled my bloody order. Sorry. Some people find the word bloody to be not nice. Okay, at least I have the camera up. I don't know what I'm doing with these things in my ears. Every time I add a new piece of equipment and don't thoroughly test it, I run into the same problem. And which is typical. I mean, what would you expect? Would you expect anything different from Ivan? Truly. Back up. Would you expect anything different? Do you come to this channel to see perfection? Well, if you did, I got a surprise for you. I am walking through the abyss right now. You know, it would be nice if it was something as silly as you're not plugged in. And I am plugged in. All right, let me see if I can get the chat up and running. At least I can see if anybody's here, because probably no one is here anyway. Or either that or you guys are like all camping out there going, oh, Ivan, you're such an idiot. We're all watching you. Let's see. Full screen interface, stock toolbars now. Source toolbars now. Stats. I don't want to know stats right now. Open multi-view. No. Always on top. No. Doc. I did this last week. It took me a while to find it. Scenes control stats. Chat. It's over there. Oh, look. See? See? Yeah, it's over here. Go away. Come on, come on. Let me get the top of it. Hello, Rhonda. Oh boy, I'm in trouble. Rhonda's in chat. It is Ivan's Mad World. It's only, hey, have fun, misfit. Okay, I'm in trouble. Sorry, guys. Can you guys hear me? I digress. I swear. Oh my gosh. Okay, it only looks like there's a handful of y'all in here, which is good. Kevin, can you hear me? Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. The meters are bouncing everywhere. So let me go down to the bottom. Half Pint says, Rhonda, 100. That doesn't help me. Can you hear me? Maybe you can't hear me. And oh yes, we can hear you. Yeah, of course you can. Half Pint. I didn't use that application because it goes off to a yes, we can hear you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Rhonda. Dee Dee, what's happening, girl? Oh man, I could just like kick back and do nothing right now. I can't hear anything. I mean, I can hear myself. I can hear me being. This felt like when I had a nose infection. No, an ear infection. Yeah, ears, eyes, and nose. And I couldn't hear anything out of my left ear. I cleaned up my office today. Hey, everybody! Hello, hi. The other camera's back there. Look, the back wall. Let me zoom out so you guys can see. It's all nice and clean in here. You can see the carpet. There's no wires down there. Everything is just so nice and neat. I didn't get a chance to vacuum. Other than that, it's really, the place looks good. It is truly Mad Studios. Can you tell that lamp is on? It still sounds great. Thank you, Dee Dee. Appreciate that. You should see all the little meters hopping. That's good. But I don't think you guys can hear. So what I did is for this past week, I created a video mixing board because I wanted to have a party. I wanted to have a DJ party. Oh, I didn't curl my hair. I didn't put any. Man, I just keep sucking my teeth too. That's an Alex thing. Welcome to my world. I can hear out of my left ear. Well, so I have a little bit of tendonitis out of that ear now. I don't know why. I'm trying to look at the camera. I'm looking at every place else. Hello, guys. Welcome to Late Night with Ivan. Thank you all for being here. All 5 of y'all, I think, by the time right now. And most likely, Half Pint's going to be going because she's going to go to Quality Moments in a little bit. But that's okay. Half Pint, I was with you more than you know last night. I just don't make comments or anything of that nature because I'm trying to get work done. I'm always trying to get work done. And does that ever work out? No! It never works out. But I tried. So a company had hired me to go in and create security for them and a new website and bring them up to the modern ages. So I have somewhat of a real job. No Joshua tonight. Okay. That's good. He needs to get out of the damn parking lot. It gets a little boring after a while. And I feel sorry for the dog. The dog is so cute. He is so cute. But I don't like when dogs just sit in the back of the cars. This makes me sad. Joshua's car smells like Bengay. Well, so hey, I've been using hemp cream. Actually, I can do an ad for hemp cream. And does it work? I don't think so, but it's more psychological than anything. But why does his car smell like Bengay? He shouldn't smell like Bengay. He's young. He just graduated college. He's a good guy, though. Yeah, he really is. His boss better come back at it. Zach had a show called Zone something 20. I forgot, but it's a really, really good show. All right, Dee Dee got the pound going on. Right on, right on, right on. Let me see if I can play this. If I'm not going to play the whole song. I don't see any meters popping, so probably not. I do see things glitching here. Anyway, there's muscle. Yeah, muscle rub explode in his pocket. Yeah, really. I don't know why these are in my ears. I want to try to fix them eventually, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And right now, it's just driving me crazy because it sounds like I'm just hearing inside my head. So, the premise for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Code 2-0, yes. Code 2-0 was the bomb. I love that show. It only lasted for about 90 minutes. I was always in on it. I love to give away memberships during the beginning. We were waiting for the premieres. It was just a great thing. And then I know what happened, and I felt for Zach. I really did. He had a tragedy occur, and I won't get into that. But I waited and waited and waited for him to come back, and he didn't. He left. And now I understand he's supposedly back. So if I could get my hands around him, I would. His competitor is out there pushing hard. It's coming back. He's coming back soon. He's late in bringing it back. Yeah, okay. He better. If I can reach out to that little rascal, I'd give him a thing or two. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go do a Google search. Don't do a Google search. Go do a search in YouTube for code number 2 and then ZERO, and you'll see a really good series. I don't know how long it was. Zach is the primary guy. He did a show with some other folks, and there's a lot of egos in that business, but he's a really level-headed guy, and that's not what we're going to talk about all night tonight. And I don't even know if I want to talk all night tonight, because it's nothing but me talking. I can't even hear anything, which is sad. But you guys say, no worries. Who's Elizabeth? Elizabeth Sizemore. 9212. Well, Elizabeth, I hope you're here. And did you guys see the hey, I'm going to be on tonight at 10 o'clock? Did that work or no? With that great piece of artwork that I had built for that page? I'm glad I rebooted. I'm still in the other one. Hey, Lise, how are you? How are you, Kevin? Rhonda made some. Don't you start with the sourdough, Kevin. Don't you? Hey, don't make me come up there. I'll come find you. I know where you live. They might charge me a couple $100 to come up there, but I know. Don't do yum. Don't do yum. What's happening, Lance? Lance, I wish you could see what I have queued up over here. I am such a mess. Katie J, what's going on, Miss Creativity? I love it when Katie gets so frustrated at people that come in and just mess with her. Doing her live chats. I bet you if she could reach through that stream and get a hold of their neck, she popped her head off like a pimple. She just gets so frustrated. Can you just ignore their dumbasses? I'm waiting for somebody to come in here and do that. I'm going to turn all you guys into mods. just go after them. There's no reason not to. So I had built this tool. Not this tool, but a tool to play videos. And I'm still planning on doing that. Hopefully tomorrow. I had gone out and secretly borrowed. The premise is to collect a group of URLs and to be able to play them as a DJ, right? That didn't work. And I was vibecasting this. Where is Elizabeth? Yeah, well, Elizabeth was the one who commented. Let me know if you guys see that glitch. I'm getting a glitch. Like a little every now and then. I'm going to back this camera off because it's way too close to the noggin. Who's deleting Katie J's messages? Katie J, are you doing that? If you guys haven't gone, find Katie J Creations, find her page. She is incredibly talented. I love just to watch her do her thing. And I just put up the photo, I leave it up, I watch her do her work, and every now and then I have the volume up, and I've got other things running. Of course, you guys know I knew Kevin was going to be. You guys know I've got like 3,000 screens up here, and I'm watching multiple things at the same time. Yeah, Kevin, my brother. Now you know as dyslexic as I am, and I can only do one thing at a time. Yeah, I love Zach. It is spelled TWO. And so I've got some show and tell. I just saw my dinner is down there, by the way, getting cold, but I'll heat that up later on today. I want to start off with this. This is all Lance's fault. You see it, Lance? That's a little scooter we're going to start flying around North Dallas. Okay, so this is my drone though. I've got 4 batteries in here, battery charger, controller, and I use another phone to control the thing. But Lance asked me where it was before, and I actually had to go and find it. I did not know where it was. My wife won't let me put any of my stuff anyplace else, so I knew it was in here. Oh, well, that was pleasant, wasn't it? I guess it didn't like me showing y'all. You see, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Why did it do that? Well, why? Why? Why did you have to go up there? Okay, well, we'll fix that. I promise. At least I saw it. Well, guys, this is going to be a typical show. Hope you like my, well, that's brightness, sorry. Hope you like my ceiling fan. I did put the cap back on it. Oh, look out, wait, don't show the, what are you doing, man? Alright, which one of y'all has hacked my system? Now we're looking at my, that's my ceiling. Okay, if I move it, you'll be able to see Lisa's up there and her no nonsense sayings song. That's what you can read it backwards. She's got a song out there. What is it called, Lisa? The song is called something like beavers. It's something to do with beavers. And at first I'm like, what? What is she talking about? And then I realized what the hell. This is camera on auto move. Oh, I hate that. That's why it did that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if this podcast thing is meant for me. I really don't. I've got so much crap going on, and I love doing it. I do. First of all, I want to thank you all for yelling. Nobody yelled. Okay, let's get that. Oh, Kevin changed his picture. Nice. Whoever said no sodas, it stood in my head. It stayed in my head, and I would, but I'm not, because I was really good about it. I'm to the point now. I don't want any more water. I don't. I feel like a freaking fish. Okay, so the camera's there. You know what? I wish it wouldn't do that. I don't like when it moves around. I'm getting rid of this camera. This is going to be my back camera. Now that I'm employed again. Hello, Cindy, Lisa. I don't know if I'm going to be playing videos tonight because it was working earlier, and then I was yelling at Claude because I was trying to vibe code. No, I don't see it working. And I've been playing my favorite song over here, Keep Walking. Y'all should have seen me earlier this afternoon. It looked like, my best friend had just passed. Just boo-hooing my heart out. There's something about that song. I told this to Lance. This is, I'll never admit how much I cried at that song. And it just hits my heart. And it's one of the greatest songs. Not like the greatest, but to me, it's like, it's just an awesome song. And I don't know why it hits me so hard, but it does. So, with this, I don't know if you guys saw the preamble that I wrote. Let me see if I have any knowledge of what the hell I'm doing here. I'm going to move some stuff around. And actually, I'm building a desk, so hopefully maybe next time I'll be facing that way. I'm so sorry. Why are you sorry? I was crying because of the song. No. I didn't lose anybody. No. Hold on. Because the song touches my heart so much. Sorry, guys. I didn't fully explain. I got squirrels that are running around constantly. OBS Studio reconnect successfully. Oh, that's not good. Did I get disconnected? I don't think so. No, guys, sorry. I didn't explain it. Lance and I had discussed this, I guess yesterday. And the song just touches my heart so well and so deeply that it brings it out, and I can't stop it. It's like even right now, I'm just thinking about it, and I can feel it. And and I even was playing around with it. I was mixing it. I have a software mixer that I was going to use, and it just, OBS is a pain in my ass. And Katie, you run it well. My problem is I always wait to the last minute to do all these things. Yeah, you guys hit like if you like. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I don't think anybody is going to be new here. I don't put that much emphasis into my live chats. I need to be doing more and more of this. I'm in the process of writing a song right now. I was going to give it away. I won't give it away. You can see I'm smiling over it. It's a fun song, but it doesn't sound that way when you hear it. So at least the intro. I don't know, Lance, if you go to bed, sometimes I go to bed, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I hear music come into my head, and I'm thinking, I'll write that down tomorrow, and it's like, why did I do that? Why didn't I write it down at that moment? And it was just, I missed one, and I had the lyrics were right there. It's like, all right, it'll come back, and it's like, nah, some of it did, but not a lot. But anyway, the song that I was talking about that just makes me bawl is Lance's Keep Walking, and just walking to the abyss, and just the fortitude that it took for that individual. And I guess I just see myself into that, right? It just touches my heart. So anyway, so that was me just. Yeah, nobody was home, and my kid was home because he still doesn't have a damn job. But anyway, I digress. It's funny. I asked him to do some things. My youngest, my baby, who just turned 30, a couple of months ago. He gets his little attitude, and I think his little attitude got him released from his job of 8 years. So he finally kind of admitted it, and I understand it. He's a smart kid. He's really smart. But he has drive issues, I think, sometimes. He wants to do what he wants to do. I get that. And so do I. Because this is not what I had envisioned for this evening. But they say the best laid plans of mice and men often go astray. I will absolutely concur with that. I do have some things I would like to speak of. I would love to have my ears in my headphones, but I don't think I have that capability. I don't know if you guys saw, I don't know what we're going to call this. I call it a preamble. Ooh, let me see if I can bring that up. Let me see if I can do anything with some civility and some consciousness. And I don't know why Josiah is not on tonight, but that's a good thing. Okay, so boom. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. That was pretty slick, right? Everything on here is good except for my No Bull logo, which is not my logo. But these are the things I wanted to speak about. I kind of like it. So I created this with, I used 3 of them. This was ChatGPT. I don't know which model. And I listed all the things I want to talk about. I want to talk about digital footprints. I want to talk about the Flock systems, and that's why I wanted you guys to do your homework. Flock is getting crazy. You should see some of the stuff that's out there for Flock. You can't see my face. You should see Flock they got drones. There will be no more car chases. Car chases are about to be a thing of the past. Let me see how I can I configure that? No. Mainstream. I'll leave this up for the time being. So we're going to talk about flock systems. I want to talk about mesh networks. I don't know if you guys know what a mesh network is, and there's different types of mesh networks. You can have a mesh network in your house, and I've got one of those here. But your Ring doorbells now, unless you sign the leave me the F alone, becomes a mesh network, and they can literally follow you around from one person's doorbell to another. If you allow them. Data collection is just that. These data centers are out there, and this might be something that Lance, I want you and I to get a show together, just the two of us. I think that would be kind of cool. But these data centers aren't just for data. What's happening, Kevin? I came here just for fine. Just here to find. I can't read today. I can hear him just fine. You can hear me just fine. Do I need to speak louder? I can turn it up some. Look at the needles dropped all the way down. Anyway, just winging it. What's going on, Melissa? Melissa, I saw you on Candace's stream. What was that, Thursday? That was kind of fun. So, advertising yourself, good on you. You're gonna have to throw some cash at it. My camera's glitching. What else do we have here? The ballroom. I wanted to talk about all these data centers too. These data centers are doing something besides just AI shit and all that. They're collecting information and they're holding it, and I know why. I do. The reflection pond, whatever that thing is that Trump screwed up again, that all has to do with the ballroom. It does. Fun with AI and algorithms. I wanted to talk about that simply for the fact that, and it looks like my camera is starting to go here. Yeah, I know you guys can't see it, but see if I switch it over here. Oh, it's working okay. What was I talking about? Squirrel. The algorithm. Do you guys ever play with your algorithm and get your minds out of the gutter? I can hear now. I can now hear you. You couldn't hear me before? Could you guys not hear me before? I saw you too. Oh, on this show, yeah. Ronda with the squirrel. That's a cute little squirrel. My squirrel's evil and mean. We need to all learn how to. I would love to speak to the show. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to do that. I got a lot of conspiracy theories that are just floating around in my head. But with quantum coming up and the whole GPU thing, and I know some of y'all don't care about technology. Look, I'm a nerd at heart, and you guys know that I love to claim that title. But we have to remember that everything we do, everywhere we go, we're being tracked and we're being watched. And I even bought some toys to play with. This is my newest toy. You see that? This is Erica Franzwe's mother's device. Now, she didn't do this one, but if anybody knows what this is a Faraday cage, and it works. And if you take your phone, it's like a magic trick. And that's my daughter back there. I don't know if you can see her, but she's a doctor. And you drop it in here. My phone has now disappeared. The people that want to track me, he just went offline because my phone does not emit any damn signals out of here. Ivan, you sound really muffled out. I'm about done. I think the flock drones heard me. Oh, fuck. This is the day I've been having today. Things have been good. I don't know why I sound muffled. I shouldn't be. Everything inside of my body says just the hell with it tonight. And I'm going to have another show again tomorrow. I am. I plan on spinning music tomorrow now. He's a magician and his phone is gone. Poof, yeah, my phone's gone. And it just fell on the ground too. Can you guys still don't hear me? Sorry, don't leave. Stay. Hey, I'm not going to stay if you can't hear me. All right. We were persist. I don't want to persist. I want my shit to work. You guys are so nice to me, I swear. Because if it were me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not listening to that guy. He's a dick. Hold on. Well, look at all these other little things that are moving around. Oh. I don't know why you can't hear me. It says you should be able to hear me. Oh, you know what? I bet I know why. I bet I know why. I bet I know why. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Text, left monitor, right monitor. Hey, you guys tell me when you can hear me. I can hear you. So can you hear me clean now? I think it has to do with OBS and how I have OBS set up. So I'm going to stay on this one for the time being. Can you guys hear me? I take that as a no. Okay, how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? No, could hear you better before you did whatever you did. Yes. Okay, so do you hear me better now? It's working, but there's an echo muffled at the same time. Okay, we can fix the echo. So let's do that first, shall we? So let's drop that one. And we're going to drop that one. And that one. And that one. Okay. Now there should be no echo. I banish all echoes from the environment. You could work for Verizon. Don't be funny. Dude, after 20 years of working for Verizon, they can kiss my ass. And normally I could say they kiss my black ass, but you guys don't know me well enough. Okay, I'm better with the PC. My phone is terrible. I'm better with my PC too until I start broadcasting. I can do some really cool things on this, but this sucks right now. KDJ. You're muffled big time. Okay. How about now? Am I still muffled? We're going to figure it out. Yes, that was better before. Well, which one? You guys need to respond faster. I know there's a delay. So is it better here? This is like an eye doctor. Is it better here? You sound super nasal. Thank you very much. A lot of trouble. Okay. It's perfect. Perfect now for me. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, we're going back to this one. I think some are behind. All right. Class. We're going to count to 5. I should take a bite out of my burger. Thank you, Rhonda. They haven't started to kick in yet. I can feel them. I do need to blow my nose, but it's not that bad yet. It's not that bad. What is this guy called? A shakla? When you throw a flip flop? I forgot what that's called. Change nothing else. The problem is, the problem is has to do with the different scenes and sources. And I know that Lance understands that. I'm starting to hate OBS, but the problem is whoever, somebody just gave me a heart. I don't like to have my data out there. I can't stand Google. I hate Apple. What is that? Are you trying to spell better? Bueller. My bad. Just winging it. All right. Does that sound good? Okay. We'll get some sound deadening for your son's bedroom, Melissa. I find your videos very funny though. They're awesome, and you laugh at yourself. And I think that's really important. I like to laugh at myself too. I do enjoy your videos though. I really do. I think that's just badass. Man Max, oh, there's my buddy. So I don't know if I can call you by your name. What's happening, C? I'll just call you C. I always call you C. I'm just going crazy. I'm supposed to have I vibe coded a mixer, and then at the last minute I was like, the hell with it, I want to use something different. So guys, I'm not going to change anything, but if I don't change anything, that means I can't present anything, I don't think, because if I do, then the sound will change back over again. Good evening, Mad Max Falls. Yeah. You agree, huh? Okay, well, I'm glad you agree. You know, you can just as well like put up a towel or things of that nature. I've got like sound deadening in this office, and when I walk in here, I can literally hear it. Yep, you can use my name. All right, thanks, Chris. It's like Lance. Lance has got one of those, I don't know, like X illumination. It's like, what the hell is that thing, dude? I'm dyslexic. How the hell am I supposed to read that shit? You know, it's like, I call Lance X. It's easy that way. Right. And I hate getting on X because that's just another pit hole. But, it's just, you know, the easy stuff. So, you know, I know Chris is Chris, and Chris is a genius, and he's got a lot more technical expertise than I do when it comes to audio and visual and stuff like that. And Lance, when I was playing your song, and I could literally hear the different cuts in your music when I was actually mixing it a little bit, which I would never do live. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah. So the problem I was having, Lance, is that when I was configuring this, so what I did, I was working with Claude to get the video stream configured so I could play one video after another, different cues, and as a mixing board within OBS, right? And it was working fine. Temperature's getting warm in here. It was working fine. And then I realized my headsets weren't working, and I couldn't hear the music. I could see the levels bouncing, but I couldn't hear it, right? So I couldn't tell when it was going to stop or whatever. I could see it, and I could see the UV needles move, but that was it. So that really got me frustrated. And then I had, all right, don't get me on about DoorDash. This is my second DoorDash order of the week. Well, both. Both. So with you, Chris, I call you Chris, and I call Lance because I can't say X illumination or X. I don't know. So I call him X, and I hate X. I can't stand X. And when I'm talking about X is like Twitter, because it's just full of, it's just it's filth. It is a cesspool of decadence or indecadence. It's just gross. And every time I go over there, I feel like I need to take a shower. But it's also a place to reach out and touch. Anyway, so let me start with some of the things I did want to talk about. So since I can't move my screen around, and I do plan on representing some of this. First and foremost, I don't touch on Charlie Kirk a lot. You guys know that. I go down that stream a little bit, but I think there are so many great presenters out there and content creators. It's not my bailiwick. Now, if there's technical stuff around there, I'll jump in a little bit. Today on Baron's show, one of the things that I did jump in on was the damn camera that shows us these pixels running across the roof. I don't know what kind of camera that was. I've got 14 cameras up right now around my house. Well, there's 12 cameras around my house, and the rest of them are inside. Just looking at, so the dogs want to go outside. You are on X. I don't generate content on X. I throw crap up on X, but I was trying to get LG to pay for one of my monitors that broke, and I'm still working on that. Anyway, I digress. What was I talking about? I want to talk about digital footprint. So, agreed. I got to stop reading chat because my brain goes. Digital footprint. Oh, so I was talking to Baron. We were talking about. He was talking about. I wanted to know about the cameras that they have that we were presented with of supposedly Tyler running across and jumping off of that roof, right? Like he jumped off of that roof. Every time I see that video, my knees go, ah. I have barely freaking walk. Jumping off a roof, there's no way in hell. That's my 2 cents, and I digress, allegedly. That camera is so grainy, okay? It's ridiculous. And I wanted to know, do we know what type of camera that is? Do we know what the model number is? Because I can't imagine a university will put such a shitty camera up and to record that. Now, you can have a really good camera and still record it crappy. I get that too, because I've got 2 hard drives, but they get filled up quickly. And it just doesn't make sense that they don't have a quality image. That's the first thing that ran through my mind. So I want to know what kind of camera it was and what level is that camera itself, really? Has anybody looked at that? And have we looked at any other video from that camera? Is there a brochure or something way back? And Chris, maybe you can take that to your better half and do some investigation there, because it's kind of funny that we got that. All right, that's number 1. Number 2, I asked if it's a PTZ, which means that it can move. Like this camera, that's PTZ, right? It's moving. Okay, so and my cameras, for the most part, I think all my cameras outside are movable, right? So I can point them in different directions. At one point, we had a neighbor that was doing some wild stuff, and they're actually trying to evict her. We're not supposed to have renters in this. Anyway, I live in a real snooty neighborhood. Like I told you, the only one on the street. Y'all figure out what that means. And we had a neighbor, on 1 block over. I'm on a cul-de-sac, and at the tip of the cul-de-sac, there was a house there. Somebody had rented to this person. And every now and then we would see this police officer. I had a buddy who lived at the end of the street. Pan, tilt, zoom. Thank you. You could tell I was trying to figure it out too, Chris, right? I would swing a camera around and give him a URL, and we could watch it together. The bottom line is, why are we getting such a crappy image? That was the first thing that ran through my head. 2, if it's a pan tilt zoom, it would have to be, because how the hell did it do what it did to track the person jumping off the roof? Okay, so granted, maybe it's not, and it technically shouldn't be. So it should be a wide angle, and then the person, and here come my allergies, Rhonda, so I'm going to blow my nose. But the person monitoring that camera probably had the capability of zooming in digitally on that individual, which I'm not really sure of. I'm just not necessarily buying that, because they seem to be very... The perspective was very intentional, in my opinion. In my opinion. So with that, I'm thinking, okay, if that's the case, first of all, we should have seen the shot, but we didn't do that because we know he didn't shoot the damn gun. You know how we know that? Because there's no GSR test. I digress. It's getting warm in here. So if you hear the noise, it's the air conditioner. Oops, sorry. Everybody still hearing? Yes, Rhonda. Yes, Lady Rhonda. I am about to clear my sinuses. Sorry for that noise, guys, but that's my little... the computer down here that runs all these damn monitors gets hot. And when it gets hot, it makes me hot. And when I get hot, the FBI has so much equipment that they could take any video. Look, I can take a crappy video right now. Let's say if it was filmed at 480, and you know what I'm talking about, Chris, 480 or 720, right? So it's all below 1080p. You can fill in those pixels and make the assumption of what's there and what's not there. It's not that hard. It's just not. And the FBI can absolutely do that. They're not doing it for multiple reasons, because that ain't Tyler, okay? I said it, putting it down. We all know who the hell did it. It's that little sliver of our allies, our greatest allies. It's just ridiculous, and everybody knows it, and we're just letting them get away with it. Oh, it's so nice and cool now. The bottom line here is that we're being bullshitted, okay? And Trump is letting this happen. And am I going to pick on him? It's not really my gimme to pick on him, but he's fucking letting it happen. He just is. and maybe it's just because he just wants to be rich, but he's about to die. He's you know, and God knows I'm praying for the man, and I voted for him once, but I'm a New Yorker. He's a New Yorker. I know what the hell he does. You know, it's like I saw him in action in New York. It's no. He's not about. Game over. So you got to be careful what you say, because if you say the wrong words around, then people come knocking on your door. And I got some friends that knock on people's doors like that, wear black suits and disappear. It's so much bullshit. It just is. And I'm just tired of it. Now, there are people that just won't call it out. There are big people that won't call it out. Candace calls it out. Hey, fun fact. I just found this out. Candace and I were born at the same hospital. How about that? And you have to go back and look at the interview with her to figure out where that was. And then maybe you can find out more about me. So that's part of the digital footprint. I'm looking over here because that's where I have my run of the show, right? I probably just lost my audio. Did my mic just go down? Can I use that? Is that working? Tech. I know that logo. Oh no, that's Mad Max. You look like Billy. Anyway, so that's the run of the show. That's part of the digital footprint. I'm going to switch over because it just bothers me the fact that the FBI it's like the OJ thing. I don't think OJ did it. I think his son did it. Okay. I know his son did it. I've met OJ, and OJ is just a whore. Well, he was just, oh, look at me. Yeah, whatever. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Half Pint. My favorite Friday night streamer. She says, I'm the only Friday night streamer. Anyway, I digress. And she did say it, but you called me out. And I hopefully somebody else would have come over and take a look. I don't really care. I just do this for y'all and for me. Going back over here then, if that worked. So looking at this closely, let's go down to, so that's part of the digital footprint, right? Your digital footprint is really important. And that's kind of my gimme. And this week I wrote a 38 page paper on doxing and how to prevent, and this is for mostly creators and people of that nature. I got a whole bunch of documents that'll be uploaded shortly to my website. And I have or about to have a Patreon too. I'm not one to charge for this stuff. I love cyber. Somebody's speaking another language. Hola Maria. ¿Cómo estás? That's all I got. Hello, little sis. Crispins. Okay. ¿Qué pasó? Anyway, so the bottom line there is the FBI has got, so I probably already said this, the FBI has so much equipment that they could take a crap video and make it look good. They can't necessarily alter the video, but they can increase its intrinsic value by putting pixels where they should be, right? It's inheritance. Oh, thank you for the hearts. It's inheritance of, this is what's missing. It should be here. Let's make it crispier. I digress. I'll leave that one alone. Digital footprints. Every place you go, everything that you do, everywhere you are, every time you smile in public, assume that your data is being captured. This little device that I threw. Oh, don't do that. Come down here. Come. Look, I'm over here. Look, come find me. There you go. Look at you. Good girl. Come on. That's it. You want to zoom out? There's a way to stop you. No, that didn't do it. You're crooked now. Okay, well, we'll figure it out. So I went and bought a bunch of these, and I would suggest everybody, I don't drive a new car, right? I drive an old car because I know how cars can be stolen. If you have certain devices, where's one? This is called a Nyan box, and it can do dumb things like steal codes and steal signals and things like that, right? You probably haven't heard of that, but you probably have heard of the Flipper Zero. It's the same thing. Excuse me. The Flipper is a little bit, it's cuter. The Nyan box looks like it was made by a furry. But this was made in Australia, and it does some really cool stuff. I was going to show you how I can take a card from a hotel and use my flipper to ingest the data off of that card and have a card key for every room in that hotel to get into. I digress. But wouldn't that be cool? I've done it before. This little device is a Faraday cage. You're doing a reverse Baron. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll take that. I think my phone just disappeared. This is like anybody remember Maxwell Smart, Get Smart, Agent 99, Agent 99, Agent 98. This is the equivalent of the shoe phone. Right now, yeah, that's right, because I get a reverse Baron. You gotta spell stuff out for me. I'm not that smart. I'm just not. A reverse Baron. I'm looking at this screen over here, not that screen over there. We can't see you. Can you see me now? Thank you, Rhonda. You guys make me laugh. I'm such an idiot. This little device right here, this little envelope, I think costs all of John Cena. It costs all of I think $5, $8. It's like aluminum foil. You can see me now. There's a joke there. Y'all figure that out. I've done this before earlier today, and I put it in this bag, and I've got multiples. They make big ones in that you can put your laptop in or your pad, and it works. The reason why I start bringing these up because the flock cameras now aren't just for your cars anymore. They have an add-on. They have multiple add-ons. One of the add-ons is tracking data, and you can turn your phone off, and your phone is still generating information. It's still throwing data. It's like, look at me, I'm here. When your phone's on and you're not talking on it, it's generating so much outbound data. It's crazy. Every time you connect to a Wi-Fi, I got a question about your name because Katie J calls you, it almost sounds like Unk. And then Lance calls you, I forget, how do you say it, Lance? Asuka? I forgot, but they sound totally different. So I want an acronym explanation of your name. Asuka. Achuka. Anyway, cars do the same thing. Enter your car and die because it needs to have major update. Yes, that's true. That's true. Look, cars can be stolen with devices like this that can pull out a signal, or they do a handoff of the signal. If you leave your little token out for your car without a case around it, and cases are real simple. You can wrap it in tinfoil, and a lot of that signal may not go out. This bad boy, when I pull out of here, it'll just start beeping its butt off because it hasn't received any text message. As far as you said pocket in your phone, I also pocket, you said wallet. I also ordered a whole bunch of these RFID blockers as well. And that's probably backwards, and I haven't opened this yet. But supposedly this blocks your RFID on the cards within your wallet or purse. Whether they work or not, the point being is that these are the things that they're tracking us with now, and it's starting to piss me off. So it's one of the reasons why I bought this. I don't go anywhere anyway. My car is a 16-year-old, and one of these days I'll show you my car. I'm proud of my ride. It looks badass, but it's 16 years old. And it doesn't have that level of technology that a lot of these cars out here do today. Teslas have been brought into court because they can tell how much the person in the passenger seat weighs versus the other seat, or versus maybe, let's just say, the owner and his wife. We know how much the wife weighed, coming in at a wonderful, let's say 150 pounds. Well, maybe the girlfriend was coming in at $120. Teslas record that information, and there have been lawsuits. It's written down. It's just there. That's more technology. That's just within the vehicle. Now we've got people out there that are just companies, not even the government, just companies monitoring, recording our information. Hold on, it gets better. It gets better. And here's what bothers me about this. The data centers aren't just about data centers. They're also about storage. A lot of these companies that contract with Flock and alike are only supposed to get that data for 30 days. Oh, my camera just blinked. I don't know what that means. Am I still on? I think I'm still on. However, if that data is held long enough, they can hold on to it forever. Just minimalize it or scrunch it down, take some of the ones and zeros out of it, zip it up like a zip file, put it in some storage somewhere in a data center, and then pull it out later when they can synthesize that and hold some shit up against you. That's jacked up, and that's not the word I wanted to use. But just think about that. They're just collecting that information, and they're just storing it forever. I got hard drives here for days that I won't get rid of because they got data on them. They have data on them that I don't want to go away, just in case I don't know what's on them. I feel like I'm doing reverse Baron now. I went into my wife's home office, her home office, her office over there. She's got one of these laying around. All right, this is a 5.25-inch drive. This is a hard disk that she pulled out of one of her old computers. That I pulled out of one of her old computers. It's holding old data. We'll never look at it again, but there's some photos on here that she just wants to make sure that she has. It glitched for a minute and then fixed itself. Yeah, I got a feeling I got some issues or some little bugs I need to work out. But my bottom line here is that we all have to be careful about the information. It's not information that we're giving away necessarily, but it's information that's being gleaned around us by everything. You know who's got the best camera system in the entire world as far as retail goes? I was kind of shocked at this one. Maybe kind of sort of Target. Target has a camera network that can look at a part of a vehicle and just maybe like the back quarter of a window and identify what kind of car that is. Or maybe just the back end of the car, and they're able to identify the type, make, model, and year of that vehicle. Okay, where does this go, Ivan? Well, freaking UVU had cameras that you can barely freaking see, and I call bullshit. I really do, because the technology nowadays, no way in hell. It just glitched again. I think the drives that we're doing, and I don't drive. Well, I do drive, but I don't drive a lot, and I probably need to drive my car more often than not because it's just sitting there. Bottom line is, every time we go somewhere, we're being tracked. You know, if you think about when you pay your toll tags, not pay them, but when you go through a toll tag, I might go through a little bit faster than the average bear. It's kind of how I drive. Well, now I can get a ticket. Now, I can't now, but maybe in the future, I might be able to get a ticket. If I was in China, I would get a ticket. Thank you very much, Larry Ellison. So that kind of brings us all to the mesh network. And if you're following along, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're down here. So we kind of color a little bit of Flock. Now we're down here at the mesh data and also data collection. This is all part of the surveillance state, right? And believe it or not, I actually have. This is what Trump is doing in the ballroom. Okay, that data from key individuals is being stored there. And I don't think he's actually planning on leaving in a couple of years. I don't. I think he's going to be memorialized in the Charlie Kirk Ballroom or below it, and that is what they are calling it, the Charlie Kirk Ballroom. Glitch for a minute itself. I think it's glitching again. I keep on seeing it move. The bottom line here is that our information is being captured and held. And I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in Canada. I don't care if you're in Australia, Europe. It's happening. And it's happening now. Okay, I'll get off of that. So that covered the ballroom. The reflection pond that was coated and that was sabotaged by an Olympic person. Don't mess with DC driving. Every single one of our lights here in the little town that I live in, which is like just shy of 2 million people, has a camera at every intersection. Every intersection. They have their own Wi-Fi. Okay. They can do all kinds of things. My body says it's time to sleep. Good night, Kevin. Please get some rest. Thank you for everything you did this week. I really do appreciate you. I love you, bro. I really do. Thank you very, very much. Rhonda, take care of that man. Kick him in his butt. Make sure he goes to bed. Bottom line here is that we are under surveillance. There you go. Cindy just said it, and it's happening everywhere. It just is. Everywhere we're going, we're under surveillance. And that's sad. Maybe it's not. Maybe you want that. Maybe some people do want that. I do see the glitching over here. It could be worse. I could just let it sit here and pull a reverse Baron, but I'm not. Hi, Diane. I don't know who Diane is, but hi, Diane. I see you. Hi, everyone. Hi, Diane. Good night, Kevin. Monterey, look out. Oh, my gosh. Where did you come from, brother? Right on. I appreciate that. Oh, I just got chills. Monterey's a good friend from a place far, far away. And it's good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. I totally lost my train of thought there. Monterey comes in, and Monterey likes to use the characters to communicate too, which I can never do that. But that takes us through the surveillance state and a lot of the ballroom. The ballroom, and here's the thing that scares the hell out of me. There's an exact copy of the ballroom in Israel. An exact copy. Hello, Monterey. And if they get access to all of our data as the military or as this current bill it projects, that's going to be a scary thing. It just is. It just absolutely is. All right, so I want to move on. I want to have some fun with AI. And finally, you escaping from the trunk. Yeah, there's his icons. I have to figure out how to do that. Good night, Kev. And the funny part is Kevin spells his name with an I. And he just does that for his show, his podcast, with the VEV. Anyway, with the two E's. Algorithm Fun. They can't stand me. Let me tell you one of the things that I do. I like to go on Amazon and go find the most expensive thing out there and put it in my cart and let it sit there for a little while because they think he's going to buy this. Let's queue it up. What have I missed? I don't think you've missed anything. No, at least. Everybody good? Everybody good? We're still on? Oh, wait a minute. I'm pulling a reverse Baron. My bad. At the end of the day, every time you put something in your cart, Amazon thinks you're going to buy it. Well, I put some expensive as baseball collectibles in there that are, $1.2 million. Why the hell they're on Amazon, I don't know. And they sat there for a while. Amazon, I don't think they knew I was going to buy it, but it is what it is. With the algorithm, one day I might watch this, or the next day I might watch something completely different. I have a couple of different personas. Sometimes I'm a Russian. Sometimes I'm a militant. Sometimes I'm a black Russian. You get what you get. Sometimes the hat is black. Sometimes the hat is white. I don't know. It is what it is. You don't always have to be the same. It's like if I was to go out and do something nefarious, if I know anything about hackers, if you want to do something unusual on the internet, you don't use the same browser that you go to your bank with. You go get a different browser. Now, I know a lot of y'all looking at your phone or you're watching on TV. Okay, I'm a computer guy. You guys have figured that out by now. I've got 500,000 screens. And yes, Monterey, I still have 500,000 screens on my wall. I even have more than probably the last time you saw. But we need to learn to be able to play with AI because it's boxing us. And we need to, don't let it. I won't say fuck with it, but fuck with it. Okay? I won't let it put me in a box. I refuse to. Sometimes I'm over here, and then sometimes I'm over here. It doesn't necessarily know. Okay, who knows about the Black... Oh, that one. Okay. So, I'll tell a story about the Black Russian. Some of you all might remember a phone company called MCI. It was Microwave Communications Incorporated is what MCI stood for. Most people don't even know what the hell a microwave is. Oh, no. It's not the microwave that's in your kitchen. A microwave signal that would be transmitted from point to point. I digress. I worked for that company when we broke up AT&T, Ma Bell, right? I've done hoot and hollers, and I've done dropping inserts, and that sounds dirty, but it's not. It's just all phone shit, right? At the end of the day, that's how I got into technology. That's how I got when I was inside of that organization, somehow I got involved with cybersecurity. There's a thing called an X.25 network or an X.25 network that MCI had, and I figured out we had a bad guy in there, and he happened to be Russian, and his name was Edel. I started communicating with Edel, and he started communicating. I couldn't find him. I knew he was in there. I couldn't find him, so I kept on asking him. And then he probably did some research on me, and he ended up giving me the nickname the Black Russian because my name is Ivan. And it don't rub off. I made that joke once in front of a large audience, and the CEO of the company at the time wasn't too happy. Anyway, but true story, both of them. So that's how I got the nickname the Black Russian. And I don't drink anyway. But don't just use your algorithm for things. Don't just use Google. Oh, let me Google it. No, stop that. Go to ChatGPT and Google it. Okay, that's like a double negative. That's an oxymoron. Google is just going to give you whatever the most is paid for, right? It's crap now. It's just crap. ChatGPT, if they don't know, mess with it. Just mess with it. Develop a persona here. Develop a persona. Tell it you want to hack into the White House. Don't say you want to hack into the White House, but say something. Whatever. Don't be so ordinary that it knows you so well that it knows that it can predict what you're going to do. Your phone knows well enough what time you go to bed because you start to charge it every single night at the same time. I was on Trigger Smart's stream today, and excuse me, he had a security guy on. Yeah, even my mute button doesn't work. He had a security guy on, and I'm asking questions. I'm asking about CMMC and all these other things. And it's like, yeah, this guy's technical. He knows what the hell he's talking about. Oh, damn. I don't know what that was for. Don't use ChatGPT anymore. Lock me out when I ask. Okay, yeah, but I guarantee you can use it now. The models have changed. Use a different model. Go out and use Gemini. Go mess with them because they're capturing that data no matter what, and you're training it. You go tell it. I remember I asked, what day was Charlie Kirk assassinated? It came back, Charlie Kirk hasn't been assassinated. I'm like, really? What happened September 10th? Nothing happened September 10th. All right, go read the newspaper. Oh, yeah, he was killed. Okay. What happened to Charlie Kirk? I don't know. Nothing happened to Charlie Kirk. AI can be stupid. It can just be absolutely as dumb as a box of rocks. It all depends on how you treat it. Sometimes it comes up with good shit. I had a vibe code for 4 days to make a video mixer, and I still don't have the product that I want. I probably need to do the same thing with OBS because apparently I don't know how to work the damn thing. September 10th. Thank you, Rhonda. The bottom line here is that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, Lisa, you just gave away information in this chat that if anybody else knows how old your son is, they have one piece of an element that will be his identifier. I'm also assuming that I don't know what your maiden name is or if that is your maiden name, but there's only 3 things I need to really own an individual. Not that I need, but that a hacker would need. It's date of birth. Oh, okay. That's date of birth, mother's maiden, and the last 4. They're not that hard to get anyway, but this is just key things that we all should keep in mind that we don't need to be giving away. Because hackers now just don't hack to hack. They go in for the social kill. It's like, what are you putting on Facebook? What are you putting on Instagram? Meta is the worst freaking thing in the world. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think So there are times when I'll watch shows that come straight out of Russia. I don't understand them, and they try to use a translation deal. Oh, we'll translate it for you. No. I want to listen to it in Russian. Or there's a girl that has a family somewhere in Argentina, and she's rebuilding these old rust buckets, and they want to translate. No, don't translate it for me. I want to listen to it in that language, not. And it's going. How does he know how to speak all these languages? FAI. Okay, I'm going to mess with you as much as I possibly can. You're not going to build a record on me. The same exact thing that healthcare is trying to do with a lot of us seniors. Oh, God. All right, let's say boomers, right? Well, you're this age, you should be on this drug. No. Go F yourself. I don't need to be on that drug. I don't have that issue. I don't need to take that. So don't try to force it down my throat. I don't care what your piece of paper says. I'm an individual. Talk to me as an individual, not as a statistic. Okay, so that's kind of where it all straightens out to the same thing. And I know I'm probably preaching more than I do normally on my podcast, but I'm getting through it. My bottom line is I don't like when anybody freaking tracks. It's none of their business. It's just not. I know I'm ranting. I apologize. At least I'm not pulling a Baron right now, or a reverse Baron. That's like a swim move. He's going to do a reverse Baron. All right, let's see. Security to help creators. So I kind of mentioned that. Hey, Misfit. What do videos would turn into? See, I probably shouldn't even talked about the Black Russian, but yeah, I was about to show you. I have the Russians call me on my phone. Right? It's like I literally have missed calls from Russia because they freaking know. I mean, the world is that small now. They get it, right? They just do. It's like Trump coming out this whole thing. Oh, China is no the fuck. I'm sorry. Yeah, now China has hacked our voting machines. Come on, man. Let me tell you why Trump came out with that crap today or yesterday. The midterms are coming, and he has to be able to say, this is why it looks so bad. This is why my numbers are so bad, because it's the Chinese that did it. No, it's not. They might have been hacked. Don't get me wrong. I guarantee that they have backdoors into every single one of these things, and I don't mean the Faraday cage. I'm talking about our phones and our chips. You know why? Because we let them. Why? Because they built the damn chips. Why? Because we offshore the technology. Because we're too lazy, and it's cheaper to have somebody else do it. Welcome to America. I think there's a song there. Going down the list here. So I talked about security to help creators. So I did write a paper. I want to call it a paper on doxing. But I wrote it on a lot of different things. I know there's a lot of creators on here. One of the things that I don't like, DDoS, distributed denial of service. I know a lot of y'all think, oh, is he going to talk technical shit all night? No, I'm not. I'm almost done. DDoS is when you get a whole bunch of bots, and I don't mean the bots that get on, like Candace and Baron and whatnot, but bots that actually go out and just sit there, and all of a sudden they just point at one device and say, hey, are you there? Are you there? And they do it so often, so repetitive, that they take down that service. This might have been how, or maybe not, how I got kicked off of X or Twitter the first time. I didn't necessarily do it. I might have been involved with it, but I didn't do it. Right? And it wasn't my plan. I just knew that it was occurring. So I digress. Stupid human tricks. I've done the stupid human tricks of tonight already. It should be standard for Ivan. A stupid human trick. It don't work. Everything that I wanted to do is not working. The microphone's wonky because I'm trying to bring in, what's this application called? I forgot. This music application to play the videos and to be the DJ, to bring me back to my college days when I have all my albums. I need to stop doing that because the camera's going to move around. But I'll get to that. I will get to that. I'm not admitting it. You don't have to admit anything. They already know, Lance. They know everything about you. 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 They It's so sad now that we don't even have to give them our names anymore. An image, a likeness. And Lance, you have a lot of likenesses out there already, like your avatar. It may not be exactly like you, but it's close. It's close, you know? Some of the new trucks that are coming out now, sad but true, Ford is having a hard time selling these in China and Japan. I still want to make a joke. The problem is that the truck believes that the person is sleeping because their eyes look like they're closed. You glean what you want to glean from that, why they're having a problem selling them in China and Japan. Okay? So it's an issue. And a lot of people are having problems with them. They're putting in so much compute power into a vehicle that nobody asked for. Oh, it looks like you're falling asleep. We're not going to let you drive. Well, guess what, buddy? You just got a lawsuit because I'm Asian and my eyes are wide open. This is as big as they get. Shove over a couple of million. Stupid human tricks. I'm doing them right now. I am. That was my intro. And music too. It should be music. I can't play music because of freaking AI and the configuration I have done with my OBS system. Will I go over to a new platform? I might. I believe, Lance, you left OBS, didn't you? And you went over to StreamYard. I don't like StreamYard because somebody else owns my data. It's just like using Instagram. Somebody else owns your data. When you upload a picture or anything there, they now own that. You're giving that over to that little cretin who's got a yacht that's longer than a football field. I can't stand that little bastard. Okay. That's why I'm not on Facebook. I'm kind of on Instagram, but not really. I don't like it. Anything meta, they can go pound sand. It's like, it's the devil. It really is. Some people love it. No. So that's it. And so I got to the wow, and I pretty much got through that fast. At the end of the day, Streamlabs is still OBS based. Yes, but Streamlabs, their data is held in a data center. That's going through a data center. You don't have. There's two of them now. One Streamlabs and one StreamYard. I correct myself. Streamlabs, you're right. StreamYard is in a data center. Streamlabs is a front end to OBS. I stand corrected. Absolutely. See how smart Lance is? Just brilliant. Just winging it. Are you pulling up? Are you laying down all the stuff that I'm stepping in? The bottom line here is that I try to shake Facebook, but it won't go away. I get that. You know what? And here's the deal. A lot of people have to interface with Facebook. My wife does because there's a lot of her relatives are there. Same thing with WhatsApp. I can't tell you how bad WhatsApp. Now it's gotten a lot better. WhatsApp has gotten a lot better, but at one point it was like, oh, you want to talk about Hacker's Paradise? I said this earlier on Trigger Smart's broadcast. Anybody want to guess what social media is the worst for giving away information that hackers use the most? I will actually sit and wait for you all to answer this. So we'll figure that out. If I can figure out how to put up a deal here, I would, but I don't know how to do that yet. There are certain social media platforms that are the absolute worst when it comes to compromising somebody. And you're going to see more and more deep fakes that are going to come around. Nobody really talks about deep fakes anymore. TikTok, no. TikTok is bad because it's the Ellerson crew. Larry Ellerson's son owns 30% of TikTok, and it's just turned into nothing. They found out from Tucker it was going to be an interview with Putin because of what's up. What's up at one point was so X is bad, but it's not the worst. It's one that nobody's going to really think about. It's one that opens up the door for hackers to go into organizations that they want. Think about what a hacker would want to access, right? X is just a cesspool of decadence. It allows me to use big words. YouTube, no. YouTube. There's a handful of us that show our wares in YouTube, and it's kind of tough. It's like, who the hell? What Russian guy is going to look at this? Or a head of state is really going to look at this. There's a lot of fake videos out there. Yeah, there are. There's a lot of AI videos out there. There's some AI videos that are really good. There's some that are really, really bad. But you guys haven't hit the one yet. And I'll give you a hint, and it probably gives it away. It's business related. Okay, you'll figure it out. No, it's not WhatsApp. WhatsApp was bad because it was so hackable. When ATM, well, Facebook Messenger is really just a sales place. It could be bad too, but that's not the one. That's not the one I'm thinking about. I just gave a big hint. Come on, guys. Come on. Think about it. And I know I've talked a lot about cybersecurity. It wasn't necessarily my thought to do. There it is. Katie J. Well, Meta is just a shithole runner, but Katie J got it. LinkedIn business-wise gives you so much data. Oh, it's a peon that just got hired into itty bitty machine company. If you don't know what that is, that's IBM. Or sometimes we call it I've been moved, or itty bitty machine company, or whatever you want to call it. Here's a guy. It's you name it. Oh, I'm so and so, and I now have a job, and I report. And you can look to see what people are up under there and who's pushing it out there. And LinkedIn gives out so much information, and they all try to be. It's Facebook for business. Right. Well, let's post this on LinkedIn so we get, greater visibility. So it increases our click rate for Google. First of all, Google's dead. Okay. That's just ridiculous. I hate that this camera moves. Google's dead. People have gotten so far beyond Google, it's ridiculous, because a lot of folks are now using either a large learning model or something of that nature. But information is just being gleaned off of LinkedIn. Brand new CEO was just appointed. Well, you know what that CEO knows about your company? Jack shit. And you know who's going to be compromised the fastest out of that company? The CEO who just got hired. Okay? Seen it happen so many times, it's ridiculous. Brand new CEO. And then the next thing you know, you see people go, oh, I need for you to send this to me right away. I'm in a meeting. I need 20 gift cards there you go. There you go. Real Basic, I just got a gift card membership. What the fuck? So, Azuka, there you have it. It's ridiculous that people don't think about the stuff that we're giving away just by putting things out there. I'm now the CEO. Yeah, I'm a CEO. Okay, I'm a founder of a company. I'm not putting that crap out on LinkedIn anymore. My clients are too important for me to put that data out, because you know what? Where do you hack? Not that you hack, but where would a hacker look to find out who's where in that organization? Who should I attack in that organization? I want to find an executive's secretary or an executive staff assistant, or maybe an assistant to an assistant, somebody who I could possibly compromise. Where would I find that person? Where would be a good place I could figure out where he or she is located? Oh, let me go check out LinkedIn. They still don't figure it out. Oh, well, you can only do so many queries. Yeah. The bad guys don't care. They pay. They pay. It's just like when you watch Candace or Baron. TPUSA is paying for a membership. They're all in. They want to know everything the hell he's saying. Why? Because they have the money to do it. Why? Because freaking the little silver sliver is paying for it. They're paying for all the damn propaganda. Sometimes we got to move the wool from our eyes so we can really see the trees of the forest. All right. I haven't deleted my LinkedIn. Here's the key with that. Here's the key. Look at that. I just did that and it zoomed out. Can you zoom back in? Can you zoom me back in? Well, look, you did. You can see, guys, look how clean it is. Right? You can actually see the floor, the carpet, the dirty ass carpet. I'm going to get a new carpet too. But I digress. The best place to hide is in plain sight. When you delete things, and now I deleted. I didn't delete my LinkedIn, but I deleted my Facebook years ago. Instagram, I'm still there, kind of, sort of, not really. Yeah, your resume has a lot of info on it. Yeah, and I'm to the point where I'm so specialized, I don't need to do that stuff. I don't. But if anybody really gets it, they figure out that, oh, yeah, LinkedIn is really bad. And if you tell them that, well, are you on LinkedIn? Yeah, I am. But, LinkedIn has so much bad stuff out there. I'd rather give you my resume and you can check it yourself versus going out there to LinkedIn and looking at it, right? It's just think about how much data they can access at the drop of a hat. Okay. The way anybody's going to be compromised nowadays is not going to be, oh, well, let me do this, that, and the other, and they're pounding away on the keyboard. No. It's go look at Facebook, go find an executive, go find an executive's kid, go find out what game he likes to play. Did you delete your Facebook? Yeah, I deleted my Facebook. I archived it first, right? And it doesn't go away. I archived it first. And I see people are still trying to access my Facebook. It might be out there, but there's no data in it. I removed all the data. I requested all the information because it is a gold mine of information. And a lot of people just love Facebook. I get it. I forgot, what was the other one before Facebook? It's now a music site. I can't remember the name of it. Damn. It was big time. It was early on in the internet. One of y'all will remember it. Lance, I'm sure you know, it might be before all y'all's time. I can see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is that we just have to be careful. Think about MySpace. That's it. MySpace was huge, right? Now look at it now. It's for music. At the end of the day, we were giving up so much information to MySpace, and they got compromised so many different times by this, that, and the other. And we're using different codes to make our pages look pretty and splish splash. Excuse me, and all this other stuff. That's how it ended up going away. And then once you had one virus on MySpace, then that's the end of that. It's the end of that. The best place to hide is in plain sight. If you look ordinary to the rest of the world, you don't stand out. LimeWire. Oh my God. I've got a huge music collection, right? I mean, so I've got like albums sitting up there. I can't do too much pointing, but digital music. Yeah, every night I just reach over and grab something new. Digital music. These are hard drives, by the way. Y'all. All music. This is 5. Yeah, that one says music on it. Just terabytes. If it looks like music, I own it. And it's some of the worst music in the world, but I still own it. But when it came out, it was great, and we would download anything. And now the next thing you know, they're suing us. They're suing us. Why? I own that album. Yeah. So what? You don't own it digitally, and that's it. Then viruses came. Oh, I remember ICQ. That was so much fun. ICQ. Did you really? It's okay. You met your husband there. I met my current wife on a website, sad but true. What the hell was the name of it? Widow's Net. The Widow. But yeah, we were both widowers. True story. WidowNet. And I'm sure it's still out there. She was a widow. I was a widower, and 26 years ago, there you have it. But I remember ICQ. There are a lot of back channels within the internet that a lot of people aren't aware of. ICQ was a takeoff of some other back channels that were out there. You're awesome. I'm an idiot. Don't even try that unless you're talking to somebody else, Dee. But yeah, MSN. Look, MSN's nothing. Remember AOL? Come on now. AOL. You know who owns AOL right now? KDJ just called me out on it. Verizon. AOL could have purchased everybody, and they just thought that they were just going to be the cat's meow, and they didn't. You guys don't know my story and how my wife and I met. Yeah, She tells it a lot better than I do, but yeah. I had 2 boys, she had 2 girls, and there you go. Now they're all grown up and moved out of the house except for one. AOL is Yahoo, yeah, and I think Yahoo now is owned by Verizon. If I'm almost sure, 99% sure. But those are the good days. Don't you remember the dial-up sounds? And then you've got mail. Yeah, okay. I remember having the first time I got on the internet, and it was a big deal. Anybody remember bulletin boards? They have 4 or 5 different browsers going to different modems going to one machine, and those are the good old days. Good old days. I'm dating myself. Message retracted. Look out. But look, guys, so unfortunately, I can't play music today. I am going to come back tomorrow. I plan on having a music date tomorrow. I have permission from a couple of creators. James Earl Jones. Whatever, Dee. I got to put the curl back in my hair. I have permission from some great, I don't believe you just call out the IRC chat. How do you know about the IRC? Internet Chat Relay, or Internet Relay Chat. The IRC was built for the press to relay news stories back to headquarters, and that's what it was originally meant for. And then it started to be different, and it had sub areas, and the IRC is still out there. Never heard of High Five. I've never heard of High Five either. Or HI5? No. Haven't heard of that one. Yeah, I don't believe you call out the IRC. That's pretty wild. Rhonda, what do you know? For you to say that, you have to know a few things. Interesting. Anyway, so I digress. Squirrel. My plan was today to play some of this wonderful music from some of y'all, Lise and Lance and myself. But the application that I worked on for 5 days, it failed. The application that I ended up with works. However, I know nothing. Do you know what show that came from? It was a show out of World War II, I believe. One of my favorite shows. But I know Colonel Klink and Sergeant Schultz. That was his line. I know nothing. Anyway, Hogan's Heroes. Yeah, I am seriously dating myself here. I can see it. Some of y'all are, I'm sure Kitty J and Lance are going, what is he talking about? I was just thinking about, Gilligan's Island and some of the other things we used to watch. I Love Lucy. How about that one? It's glitching again. I won't touch anything. Yeah, Hogan's Heroes was the bomb. I used to love that show. They would be in the tunnel sliding around. They'd go out, and they come back in. It's like, you guys are crazy. It's like, okay, it was pretty cool. I don't think it was really true, but it was a different perspective. It was lighthearted at that time. And to think of some of the things that they were doing in the background, oh my gosh, those guys were just, talk about party animals, and they were doing some crazy things. Gomer Pyle. Yes. Was Gomer was he a Marine, or was he in the Army? I don't remember. Man, that was a good show. Oh, wait a minute. What was the one? Goes right. Well, remember Gunsmoke? There was another one. Man, there were so many good shows. McHale's Navy was another good one. I enjoyed that one. There's a lot of them out there. Think about it, they're all gone now, and a lot of those shows could never come back to today. I think it was the Army too. I remember him being in green, but I know the Sergeant I Love Lucy. Oh, the Lucille Ball show, McHale's Navy. There were so many. Gilligan's Island. That was the one I was thinking about. Skipper and the Professor too. MASH. MASH is still kind of around a little bit. I see it's glitching. I got a couple of things that can be glitching over here. So I'm not sure what's causing it. So I've got a splitter over here. I got a splitter over here into my Stream Deck here. I'll pull it all together eventually. But you can see the backlighting is working. So and the floor is clean. That's a good thing. And the screens are all up. And most of the lighting is in place. I might bring in another light. I don't know. I kind of like this one right now. So at least there are some things that I've done getting closer to completion. Tour of Duty. I can't say I know that one. Oh, how about Petticoat Junction? That was a good one. That was a real good one. Green Acres. Green Acres is the place to be. Yes. See, we're getting old. But these were good shows. This was good times, right? This was so far before the internet. This is before we knew any better, right? Things like, Charlie might have occurred, but we believed what we were told at that time, right? There wasn't enough evidence to dissuade us in any such manner. And life was good. It might have been hard, and there were bad times. There was suppressions and things of that nature, but we still made it through. Right now, Man from U.N.C.L.E. That was a favorite. Beverly Hillbillies, that was killer. The new Zoo Review. Okay. Bewitched with Darren and who was the mother-in-law? Man, that was a good show. Yes. And there was another one with Bewitched. It was a speed racer. That was a good one. Who was the one with Bewitched? And there was a horse, Mr. Ed, the talking horse, of course. And then My Favorite Martian. You guys remember that? Eddie's Uncle Eddie, Eddie's father. What was the name of that show, y'all? The Diary of Eddie's Father. I don't know, something like that. That was a good one. The Time Tunnel. Never heard. The Man from. Was it The Man from U.N.C.L.E.? The Man from Atlantis. Can't say I know that one. The Time Tunnel. Don't know that one either. There were some good shows back in the day. What else is there? I was just thinking some of these are kind of Steve Austin, the $6 million man. Now that's closer in towards the 70s and 80s. What was the one? Charlie's Angels? Battlestar Galactica. I thought that was more of a movie. Mork and Mindy. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Robin Williams, God rest his soul. Yeah, that was a good one. That was good. That just brought me up to another one. What was it? The bananas, the 3 bananas or the 4 bananas? I forgot. The Banana Splits, maybe. Third Rock from the Sun. That's not too far off. Isn't that still going on? Saved by the Bell. Yeah. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's kind of closer in. Laverne and Shirley. Yeah. That brings us to the Fonz. And Richie Cunningham. What was the other show that spin off from? And we had Archie Bunker was in there, and Starsky and Hutch. Oh my gosh! Oh, that was awesome. That was a great show. Yeah, the $6 Million Man, Banana Splits. That's it. They had the crazy car. Oh man. Oh, and there's one. Fort was it? There was Andy Griffith Show. That was a good one with Opie. But what was the other ones? It's like F something. Come on, guys, help me with that one. They had a crazy. They had some Indians out there that were talking to him. It was kind of like almost a McHale's Navy. That was good times. But just think about these are the things that we were able to experience that the kids of today aren't, right? And I not that it was necessarily a happier time, but I think it was less complicated. The Incredible Hulk, yeah. Good old days. It brings me back to one of the songs that I've written. It went by so soon, so fast. It truly did. Those are good times. but you never know what you're going to miss until it's already gone by, and that's kind of sad. Nope, don't know that one. Some of them are different age, and they weren't so since Little Rascals. You guys remember that? Let's go further back. Three was it the Curly, Moe, and Larry? What was the Three Stooges? My Bride. Don't know My Bride. Hey, Scott. I remember the Three Stooges. I remember a lot of those movies. I got one for you guys. Abbott and Costello. How about that one? You guys remember who's on first, what's on second? I don't know who's on third. Anybody? Hey, my husband, what's new? Okay. I Love Lucy, yeah. As soon as you said that, I remember I Love Lucy when she worked in a cookie factory. Three's Company, yeah. What's going on, Scotty? Scotty, you got a new follower last night. I wanted to tell you, Abbott Costello was definitely a favorite. So I'm waiting for you to put out some content, sir. I am absolutely following you. I look forward to it. I encourage everyone, like Melissa, to go out and turn that phone on and start making videos. Don't talk. Rhonda, knock it off. Knock it. Carol Burnett show. Do you know Carol Burnett was at one point was thought to be a spy? I don't know whatever happened to that accusation or not. I love Charlie's Angels too. I love, there was a part of Charlie's Angels that I like and I would hate to talk about. And I don't mean the women, but there was one of the cars that I don't know who drove it. It might have been Farrah Fawcett. It was a Mustang Ghia 2. It was white with a blue wide pinstripes. I thought it was a really good looking car. Apparently, it was a dog. But yeah, it's just it's kind of funny how things like that are. I was watching a show not too long ago that were talking about different cars from back in the day. Anybody remember the Pacer? Yeah, it was a bubble car almost. Thank you, Ivan. You're welcome, brother. You're absolutely welcome. I encourage people to follow other people, man. It's just, I think we all can do the best we can possibly do. Getting out there. Lisa's got a large following. Lisa has a large following. The Highlander, yeah. There was a Gunsmoke. There was another one where this guy was raising his son out in the it was like the Rifleman. That's what it was called. I remember watching all those things. We would get home around 3:00 and had a couple hours before Mom got home. Those were good days. Anyway, I digress. I apologize for not being able to play music, but it's just another typical, Ivan is Ivan. It truly is. I say that I want to do this tomorrow, but tomorrow what I want to do, if I can, would be to have a sorry, I'm a young one. What, you're not tipping 50? There's nothing wrong with that, Azuka. Nothing at all. You're as young as you feel in your heart, as far as I'm concerned. My heart tells me I'm like 25. I was about to say 16 or 17, maybe 25 and 30. But my legs say something, my knees say something completely different when I stand up, but that's okay. This too shall pass. Nothing worse than a little bit of surgery, so I've been told. But anyway, I want to do a showcase. I brought it up to my youngest son, and I know it's out there. Like, there's a lot of DJs that play regular music on. It's like either Kick or Kick or Twitch or something like that. But I don't see anybody on YouTube. And Lance, I need to talk to you about some of the other music you have written as well, or at least your name is assigned to it, that I might have. Did you just give me the finger there, Monterey? What do you got going on there? My notification set. For me, Monterey, you better have your notifications set because I don't put out stuff. I don't. It's like Ivan's live. And that's it. Today, if you got a notification from me today, it was a first. And I don't even know if it worked. I really don't. I tried. I came up with this clever deal here, and I thought it was kind of cool with the whole background. And yeah, I don't know if it worked or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Y'all know I like to get on here and just act a fool and do my deal. And I plan on continuing to do it. I want to put in time and just keep making it. I got one. All right, go ahead, Sim. What you got? I'm going to shut you all down early because I want to eat. Whataburger, baby. Whataburger. I want to eat the French fries, I promise. And have not had that much soda this week anyway, so whoever's counting. All right. Sim, what do you got? Where we go? This guy with it's a guy with a pencil in his hair. Okay. I have to make this screen. The screen's 65 inches, but I'm looking at, that much. I have to. Oh, you got a notification. Oh, okay. I get it. Well, that's a good thing. So I figured it out. I was thinking that Lance and KDJ made me look bad. They're youngsters and they figured it out. I figured it out. I'm just being lazy. Sometimes it's just more fun that way. I have my drone. I also have my accoutrement for my drone as well. I'm going to show off some of the accoutrement. I might fly it tomorrow in the day. And so check this out. So these are like spare pieces for, I happen to get an extra case because I was into it. But here's the part that I love Whataburger, man, Texas. So this is one of my landing gear apparel that goes on the bottom of the drone. Live here in Texas. In Texas, everybody's got a pool, right? So it's not that big of a deal. However, unless you land correctly, your drone can end up upside down, and it did. I don't know if it didn't go to the bottom because it had the floaties on, and I was on the other side, so I had to run around. I grabbed it. I let it dry out, and it's fine. It still works. I haven't had a problem. Lance, I told you before, this drone, and when you get your drone, Lance, you got to buy a case too. I forgot where I got this case from, but it's I don't know. It has its own cutouts and whatnot. But this DJI is the mini. It was a little bit more, and I have 4 batteries. And I've got a triple charger. The triple charger means absolutely nothing because you can only charge 1 battery at a time. But here's the deal, right? So that's it. But man, there's some big fun in this. And you just crack it open and just start peeling stuff around. Don't want to break any legs. It's been so long. And it's louder than all get out. And the camera has a little case in the front. And you just pop this off. You just pop it off. There you go. You got full-blown PTZ. And I think it's like 1080. Excuse me. Or something of that nature. And then the battery goes back here in the case. The camera works really good. And it's solid, man. I've crashed it a few times. But it always comes back. You have to replace the blades occasionally. But beyond that, I've had no problems with this thing at all. Flight time about 15 minutes, and it will scream at you enough. I have some Waypoint software. You're not really supposed to fly Waypoint, but I think now that you can get drone deliveries, and you guys have seen my drone deliveries, I think you can fly now without line of sight. And Lance, yesterday you talked about flying for real estate. I believe you have to have a license to fly for, in the great state of Texas, at one point, you had to have a license to fly your drone for real estate. I don't know if it's still true or not. 12 hours one way. Okay, that's rad. It's rad. It's a toy, man. I got so many freaking toys. It's ridiculous. I'm an old dude, and I've been around the horn for a little while, so I know a lot of y'all are just starting out. I'm winding down, but I am going to have my Whataburger. You have Whataburger in Australia? Do you really? All right, so I'm going to crack this. Canada sucks. We don't have any good American restaurants here. Now, not that I go, but I understand at one point that in Canada, you all had some clubs up there that were entertaining for gentlemen that were supposedly really a nice thing to go. I've never been, but that's what I was told. All right, so still in the Faraday cage or the Faraday wrapper? Oh, it just started blinking. Look at that. So as soon as I opened it, I'm starting to get messages. Let's see. I saw one message came across. So yeah, to me, it's worth it. I don't know how many people will actually go and buy a Faraday cage or a Faraday device. I've got a lot of scanners. I have a lot of radios. I have a lot of unique devices that are special to me that I might store in some of the. Look, for $20, if I can put all that stuff in a bag and protect it from some dumbass, I'm going to do. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to explode an EMT. Or there are localized EMTs. I don't even like to see people drive down my street. I don't know what you're doing. I got a Chinese nationalist that lives across the street, and I got a Russian that lives 2 houses down. I don't trust nobody. Probably because I might be a little nefarious. I don't know. Never done anything bad, I think. Anyway. 5 minutes after 12, y'all. I'm still here. I'm about to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. Scotty, thank you. Where do you live in Canada? Okay. Well, we'll continue to go. You guys love to just chat up out here. And I think to me, you're taking over. To me, that's part of the charm of this. I told Half Pint, I was about to say Little Pint. I told Half Pint that I wanted an application that spoke the words of the chat so everybody can not only see them, because you all can see them, but you can also hear. And I'm not going to do, well, I'm also broadcasting on Twix and Bagel and whatever, man. I'm not doing that crap. It's YouTube. And you guys get to know me. You know who I am. It is what it is. We have become communists here. I'll tell you one thing. Shipping anything to Canada is ridiculous. It's just redonkulous. And I know that has a lot to do with our president. God rest his soul. I mean, God bless his soul. But I want to separate. Yeah. Look, I live in the great state of Texas. I think we could be our own country. I think a lot of people here believe that, but nah. Ain't gonna happen. Twix and a bagel, hilarious. There was a joke there. I don't know if anybody got it. Have a great night, Ivan. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you. I told you this before. I used to go to airports when I used to travel a lot, guys. There was a cybersecurity evangelist, and that's what they called me. Yeah, James Earl Jones. Strangers just walk up to me, especially when I don't put the curl in my hair. Yeah, I know. He puts curls in his hair. No, I have a gel, and the gel curls my hair. My father's half Bermudian, so that's how it kind of comes out. But anyway, people would walk up to me. You know who you look like? Yeah, I know. James Earl Jones. Yeah. Can you say it? Luke, I am your... No. And apparently, he doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. He says something else. I forgot what that's called. When you believe that they said something and it's actually something different. But I don't know. I digress. Scott, I was tailing to Ivan. Don't know. Talking to Ivan? I don't know. I love this chat. You guys get to be involved just as much as I do. The only difference is I just happen to have a microphone. It's terrible here. Yeah, I think let me say this about that, Melissa. At the end of the day, I tell this to my son and my wife too. I think we all need to be thankful for where we are and for what we have right now. And I know it's easy for me to say, and I've been blessed. I have, but there are people that I watch now that that don't even think about what it feels like just to be able to walk without a problem. For me to walk without pain in my knees, it would be an absolute pleasure. Can I fix that? Yeah, I can. But there are people that can't. Right? There are people that aren't afford the luxury of being able to eat. Or anything of that nature. So I honestly believe we do need to be thankful for what we have. Yeah, shit's gotten real bad. It has. There's no joke. I fully get that, but we still have a lot of luxuries that a lot of places don't. And I don't know how bad it is in China or wherever. But I guarantee it could be a lot worse than it is. It might happen. It might be really fast pretty soon. I don't know. I'm just thankful to be where we are and some of the friendships that we've made. You all have always been awesome to me, and that's why I'm always trying to give back. So, Pablo, ¿qué pasa, amigo? Disco bar. So, Pablo, yesterday at Lance's live. Lance, I have no idea. I know I say that word funny. I'm a New Yorker. What that game you were playing, Magic the Gathering. I know it's not Magic the Gathering, but whatever. No, I get it. I know the woman wrote all those books, Harry Potter. I get that. No, totally no. I left it on. Because I had the capability. I had you on the big screen too. I had you on the 55 vertical, man, so I could see all of it. But no. Now racing cars, yeah, okay. You're gonna get a gun and shoot somebody? I'm down. Let's get the ARs, warmed up. But I don't get the hard works. But no, Papa, no. No, let's go out and shoot something or race some trucks or But that's just me, but I did watch. I did as I was doing other things as I always do, which is typical for me. But guys, thank you. I'm going to go eat my burger now that it's absolutely cold. I have not. I've been laying off the soda. I have. This is not even soda. This is lemonade, diet lemonade. I've been laying off of that. This is full of water. Water is. I know I say that word funny too. Water. Yeah, New Yorker. Yeah, water. I'm a Giants fan too, so you can get on me for that one. Now, GTA. I'm down for that. I have not. So somewhere on my back shelf, I've got Need for Speed Underground 2, I believe. It's the only game I went on. They want like $70 for that thing right now. It's like, no way in hell. Good night, Monterey. Good to see you, bud. Come out and hang out. We're always here. I'm always here doing something stupid on a Friday. One of these days I'll have a really good show. Every now and then some people show up that you might know. And just coming out here having some fun, getting behind the microphone and talking for a few hours. But I'm about to shut it down. So I thank you all for your time. I think to me, Gran Turismo, I'm down, man. I am down. Charlie's Angels, look at that. I just called you out. Howdy. I'm always down for, a race car, but I'm always down just for spending some time with you guys. To me, that's what it's about. I know a lot of people I don't have the whole gifts thing, I read your messages as they come across, and eventually they will speak for themselves. And I would like to have a double platform. I'd love to have Lance on or Scott. I want you to get your stuff together, get a camera, get your microphone. Monterey, you need to do one too. Everybody needs to. I want everybody to have a platform. I know Rhonda's going to have hers very soon. Rhonda, you need to get with Monterey if you can, one way or the other. If you know what I mean. But no, at least don't thank me. We need to do one too. You got so much little talent, man. Some of your songs, that one song I wanted to play so bad, and I'm going to play it tomorrow. Beaver. I'm listening to the song. What? Oh, I know what a beaver is. I'm old, but I know what a beaver is. Good night, all. Thank you so much. It was fun. All in good time. Absolutely. Mandela effect. That's it. That is exactly it. That's it. Thank you. Okay. Homework, everybody. Tomorrow, that was your homework for today. Be conscious of the information that you're giving away. And always remember, because I don't do Christ is King or Jesus loves you, because that's a fact. Don't click on shit, okay? Don't. That's how bad things happen. Pay attention to where you're going. Pay attention to the information that you're giving away. Don't trust them. Verify, check, verify it again, okay? That's how we stay safe out here in the cyber world. Go get yourself a couple of bucks worth of Faraday cage for your phone. We'll see you guys later. Melissa, keep the videos coming. I'm always there for you. Thanks, guys. Rhonda, take care of my brother over there. And we will catch y'all hopefully tomorrow if I get this bad boy working. If not, definitely next Friday. We'll figure out some more stupid tricks that I can do for you guys. Thank you all very much for your time. It's the most precious thing that you can give to me. Love you. Peace out. Don't click on dumb shit. We'll see you guys later. Take care.